Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the home of the Ravens. Sold out M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Coming up, it's the final game of Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a good AFC matchup in store between the Indianapolis Colts and the Baltimore Ravens. The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC wildcard game. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. First carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Good running right there. And this is a man who's a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
Now Jackson on first down. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Quiddy Pay. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Second and 20. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Jackson from the shotgun. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. The Ravens send their punter out now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Taken from just outside the 30. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, first and 10. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor, pushing his way through. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Solid running there. And, CD, we hear so much about what it takes to win in the playoffs. Most people like to include having a strong running game in their assessment. And with this man in the backfield, this group has a strong running game without a doubt.
Oh, I absolutely agree with you there, because in terms of yardage, he's a top 5 running back in the league. And in terms of impact on a game, not many better than him. And when they're flowing and he's carrying the ball consistently, they're tough to beat.
The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9. To the right side, this is Taylor. Oh, some strong running. Fighting through, and he's got space. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 48 yards rushing for him now, as he has started this wild card round with a flourish. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. On the handoff, Taylor. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. action. Winston. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on third down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected fourth down here.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. I think probably just trying to draw him off there. It didn't work.
And defensively, that's what you work on all the time. Being in that spot and being able to not jump and give them the yardage that they were desiring.
And Lambeau will put this one through. Not the touchdown they wanted, but hey, you're on the road in the playoffs. They did get 3 on the board.
Yeah, it's a good opening drive, so you feel good about it yourself. You get to the sidelines. The defense feels good about you helping them right out of the gate. The team, yeah, they feel pretty good about coming in the playoffs and getting points on the board right away.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll start with a handoff to Dobbins. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Well, Charles, you talk about this offense, and you think about the man in charge, their head coach, this marking his first ever playoff game as the head coach, and you wonder what's going through his mind right about now.
Brandon, I think we both agree that he's had a great season, and we wouldn't be surprised at all to see him get plenty of Coach of the Year votes. I thought he took the right tone in his weekly press conference, though. Played it cool, took the reserved angle, and when you don't have the track record, I think that's the exact right way to do it.
Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
A gain of 6 there on first. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Jackson now. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And he will have a Ravens first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kenny Moore. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. And we'll see if that pick six looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally. And you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome? But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. Now you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Lorenzo Carter. What a play by him. That's a loss of 17. Ten 0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. From the gun, it's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And that's caught inside the 35. It's a big play there for Baltimore.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure's good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
51 yards rushing for him in this first half, as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. To throw is Jackson. He'll check this down to Dobbins out of the backfield.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. From the gun, Jackson. That's caught by Myers. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Jacoby Myers, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens draw a bit closer. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead is down to a field goal. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Justin Madubuike. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Throwing, Winston. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up 4th. To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
He finds some way to turn this into positive yardage as he struggles forward for a pickup of about 2.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 43-yard line.
Second and 8 coming up. Dobbins running out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Throwing is Jackson. And that will be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take. Off and run for yardage, but what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Running left, Taylor. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 69 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. Taylor. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. They'll try the left side with Taylor. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Two minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. Give him 6 on the run. It'll be third down now with still a long way to go to get to the first down marker.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Jameis to throw it. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. That's out quickly to Bateman. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. His 2nd catch, this one not quite as dynamic as his first, and it's 2nd down. Now it's Jackson. Flushed out right. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Jackson on first down. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And this one is incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit him over the top, unsuccessfully.
On second down, a run with Dobbins. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is third down. Open man is Myers. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. They get 7 there, but it brings up fourth.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a fourth down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And Tucker missed it left. Normally reliable, this time no good. These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt them later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Final play of the half here, Winston. They'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they've been the better of the two teams through 2 quarters of play, much to the chagrin of this home crowd.
Yeah, this score is a surprise to a lot of folks at home, although not to my dad. He predicted the visitors would win. And maybe to the folks in the stadium, but you know who is not a surprise to, partner? This team with the football. They were very confident coming in.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They run once more with Taylor. Taylor's got the first down and more. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 101 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the wild card round. first down. Taylor, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Behind the chain, 2nd and 13. Now a give to Taylor. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 8 yards on the run, and that cuts this down to a 3rd and about 5.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. They go play action. Winston. He's going to air one out. And it's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. And the Ravens are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this 3rd quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
And a nice run to get this up over the 20-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 22-yard line.
Another run here with Dobbins. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the 2nd round. But how great is it to get a guy with that ability who can run it inside, run to the perimeter, and catch the football out of the backfield? To be able to get him in the 2nd round, that's what I call a steal.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. On 2nd down, Dobbins. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher, 3rd and 6. Here's Jackson. Open man is Bateman. It's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass trick in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 45-yard line.
Jackson firing quickly out wide for Bateman. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Jackson to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
That's complete. Left side to Bateman. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Boy, that's some kind of effort. When he caught it, I doubted if he could get there. Knew it was going to be close, but credit him. Really good effort.
How about the rack on that play, the run after catch? But most of the time we think of it as just being an open field and picking up yardage. Sometimes you have to be real physical in order to gain the yardage you need for a first down.
They'll run on first down. Dobbins, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. From the 30 on 2nd down, Jackson. He'll dump this off complete to Dobbins. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. On first down, Dobbins, and he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 13-yard line.
On 2nd and a yard, Jackson. He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. And the Ravens are going to have 1st and goal as he's out of bounds at about the 8.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Looking for Bateman. He's got him complete. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd goal.
A gain of 7 brings up 2nd and goal at the 1-yard line.
They'll try to run with Dobbins. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
The play lost a yard. It's now 3rd and goal.
3rd and goal, Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to be taken down. He's sacked on the final play of this 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Tucker's kick is good. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that, and this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And this a very important drive leading in the 4th quarter of this wild card game. But this one far from over as they start out here 1st down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Now left side on this swing pass. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
They'll run on first down. Taylor. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Second down, another run with Taylor. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
The Colts on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. They give to Taylor out of the gun. It's a pickup of 4, but they're still a yard short here with 4th down, forthcoming. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
On first down, Taylor. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Winston. That ball caught by Campbell. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here. Down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
2nd down, another run with Taylor. And he's brought down. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what we said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3-and-out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal as they search for what could be a game-sealing. And this time he is in. Yes. Jonathan Taylor, excellent work there to get in on the touchdown run. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the lead now up to 14. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, field goal, field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score.
The nice thing is that you've still got all your timeouts, so the middle of the field, that should still be an option, especially if you see the defenders pinching the sideline. You can run a little seam route right here and pick up some nice yardage.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Jackson to throw. Outright, this is Boyle, the tight end. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Now a desperation throw deep downfield and unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and as a result, their playoff run may end right here. They'll run on 1st down. Taylor, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Again, it's Taylor. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Play action now. Winston. And this will be swung out wide for Taylor. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. This to make it a 3-score game late. The kick by Lambeau is good, and that'll push the lead up to 17. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Saying their fans here are stunned would be an understatement. Things in this wild card round have not gone according to plan. He's going to let it fly. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Julian Blackman. And the Colts are going to get the football here at their own 23. The Colts in